Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is our group MindMap with members Nauroto Azkiya, Desita Agustina, Miftakhul Azzahra Safira, and Rizki Fitriani.
Minister of Education, Culture, Research and Technology Nadiem Anwar Makarim launched the Merdeka curriculum on February 11, 2022. Our group chose a Merdeka curriculum by focusing on Wiggins' taxonomy in this discussion. The Merdeka curriculum is a curriculum with diverse intracurricular learning where content will be optimized so that learners have enough time to explore concepts and strengthen competencies. The Merdeka curriculum gives educators the flexibility to create quality learning that suits the needs and learning environment of students.
The learning outcomes of the Pancasila Student Profile Assessment include an understanding of Pancasila values, application in daily life, and the ability to analyze situations with a Pancasila perspective. The Pancasila Student Profile consists of 6 dimensions, as follows. First, faith, devotion to God Almighty, and noble character. Second, independent. Third, working together. Fourth, global diversity. Fifth, critical reasoning. And sixth, creative.
The term assessment is defined as assessment of student learning process, progress, and result outcomes. There are several types of assessment that can be carried out depending on the objective and context. The following are some common types of assessment. Number 1, skill assessment test. Number 2, personality test. Number 3, cognitive ability test. Okay, next is the learning outcome section. Learning outcomes are clear and measurable statements that describe what students are expected to achieve after participating in a particular learning program or subject. This definition helps guide planning, teaching, and assessment without a curriculum. Learning outcomes are often referenced to as learning objective or learning outcome.
Alright, next, the Ministry of Education and Culture defines learning objective as a description of the achievement of 3 aspects of competence: knowledge, skill, and attitude, acquired by students in one or more learning activities. From this definition, it can be concluded that learning objective is a term used in the Indonesian education curriculum to describe competencies in the form of knowledge, skill, and attitude that must be achieved, possessed, and mastered by students in a learning activity. The learning objective must be connected with taxonomy Wiggins and teach. Wiggins and teach taxonomy refers to the framework developed by Grant Wiggins and J. McTeague. This taxonomy is known as understanding by design or understanding through design. This concept focuses on in-depth learning planning, emphasizing understanding concepts rather than simply memorizing facts. In UBD, learning is designed by starting from the desired learning objective, then designing assessment, and only then planning learning activities. Taxonomy Wiggins and Teague has 6 aspects. One is explanation. Explanation is describe an idea in one's own words, establish connection between topics, demonstrates work, explain reason, ways or procedure, explain a theory using data, argue, and defend one's opinion. Number 2 is interpretation. Interpreting a story, artwork, or situation. Interpretation also means interpreting an idea, feeling, or work from one medium to another, making analogies, anecdotes, and models, seeing the meaning of what has been learned and its relevance to oneself. Number 3 is knowledge. Using knowledge, skill, and understanding of a real-life situation or a simulation. Number 4 is identification. Looking at the things from different perspectives, students can explain the other side of a situation, see the big picture, see the underlying assumption, and provide criticism. Number 5 is emotion, putting oneself in the other person's shoes, feeling the emotion experienced by other and or understanding those that are different from one's own, finding the value of something. And the last but not least, self-knowledge. Understand yourself, your strength, area for development, and the thought process and emotion that occur internally.
Okay, let's move on to the functions of Wiggins taxonomy. The Wiggins taxonomy has 3 functions as follows. First, the 6 aspects or facets of understanding are a way to confirm students' understanding of what they have learned. Second, if students perform any of the 6 facets, such as being able to explain, interpret, apply, empathize, have a point of view, or have self-recognition, they have demonstrated a level of understanding. Third, teachers can use these 6 aspects of understanding to determine the form of understanding that students need to demonstrate or assess. In the teaching module, the use of Wiggins taxonomy can be found as the operational verbs in the learning objectives and learning steps. In conclusion, Wiggins and Tyke taxonomy is a framework that is known as understanding by design or understanding through design. So, that's all for the explanation of Wiggins and Tyke taxonomy. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.